Hey, welcome back. It's time for entertainment, and look who's here, the entertainment general, Miss
Hello,
G.
hello, Haraba. How are you doing?
I'm good. You're looking different today, very
yes,
sporty.
I'm repping my jersey. You know, we're preparing for the Hits of Fame Rock Your Jersey.
Yeah.
It's coming off on the 3rd of June, Juventus versus Real Madrid.
Okay.
I know this is not Real Madrid, neither is a Juventus jersey, but we are repping our jersey. So whichever team you support, you come to the Aviation Social Center in that team's jersey. Okay. And all of us, we get to watch the finals of the Champions League.
And it promises to be big.
Very, very big,
yes.
You know, very, very big. So Hits of Fame Rep Your Jersey, 3rd of June.
Okay.
So take notes. So next week, Friday as well, I'll be repping another jersey.
All right. I can't wait to see you.
Okay, so quickly before I go, I hear there's a little one who says that if we don't do this, they are not going to sleep, or she's not going to sleep. Viviana Fisher, it's your birthday today. Your auntie told me to wish you a very happy birthday.
Why? She watches the entertainment segment.
Very much. And this is the second child from Benny Brain Ban, also I think it's
Benny Brain, Benny John Brain. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's along the Westlands area.
Exactly. That has said that they watch this segment of the news.
Wow.
Or they watch the news. So
we need to be on guard.
And also
children are watching.
Yes. Well, children are watching. To you, yesterday I met a young lady at the mall. She said she went to crop her hair because of me. Okay, let's do business now.
Okay.
Now, I don't know how people do this. I don't know if it's just for the sake of entertainment or showbiz or to get markets or whatever. But I know that Mr. Kaywa and Becca were trending some time back after they did the Share song, and people said that they had something to do. They themselves gave us clues that something was happening between them.
Right.
Later on, they said there was nothing happening. But the shocker is Becca telling us that she sees Mr. Kaywa as a little brother. Who kisses their little brother?
Have you seen them kissing in real life?
Oh, well, even if it's for a video, I don't think I'll kiss my little brother for a video.
Well, maybe they've amicably separated and, you know.
So tell us that, okay, there's nothing happening between us anymore, or nothing ever happened. Let's keep it at that.
Maybe they want to keep it private.
Okay, say, okay, now it's private. But don't tell us that you, Becca, don't tell us that you see Bisakeda as your little brother and that, you know, he's a nice person and all that, but you look at him as a little brother and all that. Well, that she's older than him. When did you realize that, Becca? I don't know. But, well, that's what she's saying. She says she sees Bisakeda as a little brother. I don't know how Bisa will feel about it. I don't know what happened between them. They said nothing happened. But don't try selling your tunes with all those gimmicks, because you end up making us feel like you don't know what you're about. You don't need to tell us that you're in a relationship for us to buy your song or to believe in what you do.
But she never told anybody she was in a relationship, first of all. And secondly, must she tell people she's in a relationship?
Granted Love FM an interview and says he'll marry Becca if she's ready to marry him.
Okay, I mean, that doesn't mean they're in a relationship.
Why would you even think of marrying somebody?
Everybody has a crush.
If you're not attracted to them.
Everybody has a crush.
He didn't say it was a crush. Anyway, that's enough of that. But I'm just saying that I don't know how they became siblings all of a sudden. But brother, sister, God bless you people. Can we move on to some other story? So yesterday was the AU Day.
Yes.
And Akrobeto was on Joy 99.7.
Akrobeto, who's Akrobeto?
The Kumasi Bays. I said we shouldn't call them Kumawood actors. So Kumasi Bays actor.
Okay.
Akrobeto.
Okay.
Akwesia Buedi, that's what his name is. Akwesia Buedi. And he says that Akrobeto name was given to him by the late Nkomode.
Okay.
He says they were friends, and he used to drive. Nkomode was a driver then, and when Nkomode parks his car, he needed to wash the car for the next trip. And so Nkomode told him that, if I don't meet you, I wash my car myself, you lose your chop money. That's what it's called.
Okay.
And so anytime he came back and says, Akrobeto. So that's how he got the name Akrobeto. So when he decided to start show business, he decided to maintain the name. But this time around, he's talking about his journey. I know how when we are growing, we all have vision.
Okay.
Did he have one? Let's hear him.
Vision. I don't have any vision. Oh yeah, I'm telling the fact.
Okay.
I don't have any vision because I am small boy. 18 years. You see, and at that time, I mean, in our village, I don't have any vision that I will do this or I will do this. Though my mother decided he would take me to teachers training college. But myself, I know I'm not clever to go to teachers training.
What made you think you were not clever?
Oh yeah, so when I'm going to school, if you are clever, you see everything clear. I know I'm not clever in school, but because of I am funny person to everybody, so because of that, they push me to finish the school.
Do you remember your position in class?
Yeah.
You were
35, 40. Because we are 40 in class, so from 35 to 40, that position. Always I'm that place. Insult. I don't get you well.
Say mo ya dodo enya beisema na etwa na mucho.
Look, but show. Movie is all about acting. The way you call me the yesini. Tiene me some no nya ntokora me no ko a me kan za wo nya me nhira na me ma manya yie na me ma man kwa brochire na me ma ma sisi me kan wo ya kire but me kan some fo akire I'm telling you oh enti no enye nu ne eye yo masa eye de eye wo de atama make ti akwada wo be 2-3 years on resini akwada wo sua kasa on resini but kasa be no de start kasa o sua kasa o be ti akire kasa o de ba. You can say it.
Me too.
Come on, dear. I call our own castle. Our year by 2 years, baby. I feel I'm not or Wesley or Casa Casaman or Dushakasa.
Mama.
No, Mama.
Dada.
No, Dada.
Papa.
Abwa Kasia. Or is he? I can't be home. I can't be home. It's no, Massa. What do you mean, Cato? Yes, in Intino. And saying hallelujah, praise the Lord. It can be nothing. Yes, the one pass it through the so what villager and I will be making. But at the long last, your mom will say, Utibia say, I said a battle. Utibia say a battle. It's a insult, but we are teaching you something.
Essentially, Acrobat was saying that, you know, in movies, it's just art imitating life. Yes, art imitating life. And he's right to some extent.
To some extent, though a lot of parents won't agree that their children learn to speak languages with insults. But I think to a very large extent, like you said, if you have issues with people, you don't go blessing them. You know, so it's a reflection of society.
Yeah.
Well, maybe because it's in the local language. Because if you say don't be silly, people say it's not an insult.
Yes.
But how do you say that in Chi? Anyway, let's move on to sound engineer Kaywa. Kaywa has been training this week because he said in an interview that he could raise the dead.
Yes, I heard that.
You heard that?
Is he a pastor?
No, he says he's got, you know, the prophetic mantle, so he could prophesy. He prophesied into Black Rasta, and Black Rasta is now a Christian, so he has the power to prophesy as and when God gives him a prophecy. So what he's saying now to us is that, you know, people say you have the tendencies of becoming a prophet. Why are you doing secular beats as well? Because he's a beat maker.
Yeah.
And he says that, you know, the fact that I'm a beat maker doesn't make me different from every other beat maker. If you are a doctor, you don't select who you take care of. You don't say, I'm taking care of the Christian fraternity and leaving the Muslims. You serve people. It is your calling.
A lot of people around me criticized and spoke ill things about what I was doing because I was a music director in church and I had a recording studio and I was recording everybody. And even me, I didn't understand. I had criticism from friends down to whoever. I had a lot of courage and belief in what I was doing then. I didn't understand until recently I understood. That I told you from the onset that the Lord will place you somewhere for a particular purpose. We are all gifted. We are all not for the church. He will place you even whilst you're working here as a DJ or as a presenter. You're supposed to affect lives. By the end of a day, the people you have about 1, 2, 3, maximum 10. You'll be surprised that some don't know Christ. You may have to affect lives. So that is why you are stationed here. It's not for just this job. Somebody outside, though you'll be winning souls outside there, but the people around you how are you affecting them? And so there's nothing, I will state emphatically, there's nothing wrong with becoming a sound engineer and producing secular music. In any case, the only time we call what we do, or we don't, the secular jobs in music, we only call music worldly music. Do you have a worldly banker?
Right.
Interesting.
Very interesting. And straight to Nigeria, D'banj has welcomed his baby boy. That's the third Daniel.
Oh.
Why are you saying oh?
I didn't know.
Can we see a picture of D'banj's wife or girlfriend? Okay, this is the wife. They got married in Abuja last year. And that's the wife, and now she has, or he has a baby boy with her. The baby arrived, I think, today.
So this is his firstborn?
Yes, and this is the third Daniel. I think D'banj's father was Daniel. He is called Daniel as well, and he's naming him as Daniel. So if you see, if you go to the next picture, what he posted on Instagram, he talks about the fact that this is the third Daniel.
Oh, I see. This is quite surprising. D'banj has been off the scene for a while.
So that's the baby's
people didn't even realize, people didn't even realize that he was even married, let alone his wife.
It was a very, very private, ceremony because I just saw the pictures and they said they were married in Abuja in 2016 and they had done the other part of the wedding somewhere in the London.
Because Nigerians like big things, especially, and he was very, extravagant, was a very extravagant musician. So it's surprising that he would want to do his wedding, very quietly.
Well, D'banj was faced with a lot of issues in 2016. It had to do with people saying that he was evicted from his home. He went into some business deals that went bad and all that. And his music, wasn't doing too well at the time too. So I'm sure he wanted to stay private. I'm just wondering how Auntie Jennifer will be feeling about it.
Auntie Jennifer
Inaji,
yes. Who he dated once.
Yes, and she said she was older than him, so they couldn't.
Oh,
just like
terrible.
Becca is saying she's older than Bisakede.